Hi guys, it's Sydney Jones for, I believe it's Module 7 Reflection. Number 1 says, after watching the lecture and reading the articles, describe your thoughts towards online learning at the K-12 level. Do you think it's appropriate for students to complete online learning and what parameters should be in place? Okay, so I absolutely love the fact that there is an alternative to the traditional public school because I know for a fact there are students that cannot attend a traditional classroom setting due to other children or, whatever kind of issues that they have, a disability or anxiety or anything like that. Sometimes it becomes very hard for a student to participate in actual classwork if there are other students present. In terms of parameters that should be set, I think that there should be, at least during test, where it's like a video chat kind of where the teacher can monitor or at least provide proof that a parent is in the room while the kid is taking the test so that they know that they're not cheating. All right. And do you think that every state should require students to complete an online course prior to high school graduation? Why or why not? Okay. So I think if it were for me, I had no idea how different it was going to be taking an online course as opposed to traditional sitting in a classroom and sitting in front of a teacher. I had no idea how, you kind of have to push yourself in order to actually get the homework done. So you're not just sitting there and putting it all off into the end. So I believe that if the student is going to take primarily online based courses, then it should be recommended, however, not necessarily required, because laptops are expensive for high school students. And unless, there's some type of aid, as in like student loans or something like that, or where the state is providing the laptops, seeing as how they're going to force a student to take an online course, it could be very hard for those students to take an online course if they're not provided a laptop. Okay, so number 2 says, what did you learn most from the K-12 video and the Lawrence Virtual School Brochure? Okay, so from the K-12 video, I loved that they are still able to do like hands-on learning. I thought it was just going to be you sit in front of a laptop and you do your coursework and then you go on from about your day. However, I believed that they were going to be missing out on like experiments or fun classroom science experiments where you interact with your peers and stuff like that. But however, K-12 has found a way to provide these students with the same type of experience, just in a different way. And I loved that. All right. And the Lawrence Virtual School Brochure. Okay. I had no idea that these schools were actually public schools. So I love the fact that they're not tuition based and that anybody can attend these schools. So those that are suffering from a disability or those that are in the middle of nowhere and a long ways from a school can participate in these types of schools without having to pay any type of money. Also, I like the fact that there are still opportunities for extracurricular activities within that specific school district. Okay, so number 3 says, describe your experience working with the LMS. Which system did you choose to work with and why? What did you like or dislike about the system, and what could you use the LMS as a future educator? All right, so as a substitute teacher, I knew a lot of students, like a lot of different school districts used Schoology, and the kids actually liked it. So I decided to try my my hand at it, and it's actually, it's actually easier than you would think it would be. It just takes, kind of going through the courses and figuring out how to do it, and that way. So I use Schoology because of that. And what did you like or dislike about the system, and how would you use? Okay, so I did not like that there's not a lot of visuals. So there are fun games or, games and tests that you can take, and it shows you how much you've completed. However, there's no visuals, so Schoology could be used for like high school students or students that are in upper level middle school. However, I would not recommend it for the lower level grades because they would get very bored very quickly. All right, and as a future educator, so I actually plan to teach middle school science, so I hopefully am able to incorporate Schoology or another LMS system as a future educator, maybe where I can upload the test or a study guide to where I can see where they're at, and then I can administer a test in paper, like traditional, and they have access to the study guide. So, because we all know students are going to lose it, and it's going to come down to the wire, and they're not going to have their papers. So, yeah. So, anyways, thank you.